Hello, all you amazing people. We are going to talk about this little thing up here. Before that, comment, like, subscribe. And this is a little bit outside of the norm. Normally I bitch and moan about Linux. And this is a fun thing because it's going on for a few years now, since 2023, I think it is. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, all that things that on the YouTube thing. Why am I talking about this? Because this is... It's interesting to me. It's also something that may be a little bit of a life lesson for all of you guys and girls out there, because it also ties a little bit into the whole feud between Windows and Linux. And why would I say this? Well, let me put it another way. If you don't understand what's going on and stuff like that, I'm not going to go super deep into it. I'm not going to explain it to the high details, and I will mess something up and stuff like that. But the gist of it is that Gamers Nexus have called Sebastian Linus Tech Tip out for doing some shady shit or not so good things in their opinion, of course, and blah blah blah. Linus Tech Tip has done the same the other way around, and now it's basically just oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, let's piss at each other, oh, you're bad, you're not upholding the journalistic blah blah blah, and we should all be friends and rising tides rise all boat, and no, you're not following my way of doing it, how I think journalism should be done, and all of those fucking crazy things. That's not what I'm going to talk about, who's right, who's wrong, because in my opinion it's a little bit of, if you like one thing, you like one thing, if you like one method, you like one method, and if you're a Linus fan or LTT fan, you will defend them. If you're a Gamers Nexus fan, you will defend them. Just like if you're a Linux fan, you'll defend Linux. If you're a Windows fan, you'll defend Windows. However, what I do think here is that both of them are massive fools. I'm just putting it out there. They are both crazy people. I have been a massive Gamers Nexus watcher since they started. I also been a somewhat Linus Tech Tip watcher since they started. And I think it's important that I explain my viewpoints on those two channels. I think personally that Gamers Nexus is a more in-depth, a more technical channel. Linus Tech Tip is more of a TMC kind of channel. It's the easiest way I can put it is like Gamers Nexus is focused mostly on education, learning, and stuff like that. Linus Tech Tip is more an entertainment channel, which you of course can learn from. But if you're watching a Linus Tech Tip video versus a Gamers Nexus video, let's say it's a 30-minute video, on average, you will get more, not experience, you will learn more and get more good information from a Gamers Nexus video than a Linux Tech Tip video. It's just how it is. Linus have found, a really good balance between entertainment and education. The same with Austin Evans. I love watching Austin Evans, by the way. But I don't watch Linus, I don't watch Austin Evans to learn. I don't watch them to get educated. I don't watch them to, okay, there is a problem with a motherboard, chipset, blah, blah, blah. I want to know and figure out what's why and what can be done and what the companies are doing and stuff like that. I don't watch Linus Tech Tip. I don't watch Austin Evans for that. Even though they do have some of that content, Linus Tech Tip, they have the whole van show and stuff like that. I still think that, in my opinion, they are not good at that. They're good entertainers that you can learn from. It's a little bit like Linus Tech Tip, Austin Evans, they're a little bit Bill Nye the Science Guy, where Gamers Nexus is like, what is the astrology kind of guy? Neil deGrasse Tyson, or the English guy that talks about black holes and all that fucking shit. Not that funny and entertaining, but you learn a lot of that. I think the problem here is that Gamers Nexus want Linus Tech Tip to be them and the other way around to some degree, because... And I also feel that Linus Tech Tip is a little bit deluded in thinking that they are actually an educational channel and blah blah blah. They used to be that in the beginning, in my opinion. I think they're both fools, they both need to wake up. I also think that Linus Tech Tip as a company, or Linus has to wake up and say, like, yeah, maybe I am more like TMZ or like a tabloid channel, or maybe I'm more like MTV, or like something you would see on traditional television, where you basically just take your brain out and you have something running in the background, because that's what his content really is. Not knocking it, a lot of people love it, and again, you can learn from it. I think the problem with Gamers Nexus here is that they don't like that LTT think that they are them while not making content like they do. Because I will say this, LTT, they do take a lot of liberties with truth and things and stuff like that, and hard facts in the sake of fast editing, in the sake of the flow of the video and entertainment, basically. And I think Linus needs to wake up and say, I am not the guy you come to get in-depth editorial documentaries from. I'm the guy you come to if you want to see Scrapyard Wars. You know, if you want to see a funny 10,000-foot view about a new technology. You know, you just want the basics. You know, I'm a basic guy. I have a lot of shit going on at work. I come home. I just want to know, like, how is the new graphic card compared to the old one? Like, really fucking simple. I don't want to go, you know, balls deep into PCB design and memory management and firmware updates and all that. I just want to know, should I buy it or not? It's like a substantial fucking upgrade. That's what I watched Linus for. And then if things goes tits up, or I'm a little bit more interesting in electrical design and stuff like that, I would go over to Gamers Nexus and see, okay, how does it really compare, and why does it do the things it do? Why does this graphic card or this component require more power than the previous versions? And why do we need X, Y, and Z for it? Why do we need new connectors and stuff like that? That's not Linus, that's Gamers Nexus. And they're both fools because they both think they're doing the same thing to some degree. They are not. They are two different channels and with two different audiences, even though they say here they don't think that somewhat, and again, that's my opinion for reading all of this. But they just need to fucking grow up a little bit. Because this is like, when I read this stuff here, and I've been following this since the beginning, and I am more of a Gamer Nexus fan than a Linus fan, because I do like the more in-depth documentary kind of things. The only thing I really love from Linus Tech Tip was like the Scrapyard Wars, which for all intents and purposes is a reality show. It's a reality show centered around technology. I love watching Austin Evans' mystery tech, but again, it's a reality show centered around buying cheap-ass knockoffs from China. Good old China boy. I do watch Scrapyard Wars and mystery tech for entertainment purposes only. If I happen to learn something, great, but it's totally information. And they need to fucking understand this. This whole fucking feud, just fuck it over. Okay, just forget it. It don't fucking matter. Yeah, Linus takes some liberties and do some things, you know, maybe it's not up to snuff. So do Gamers Nexus. You know, nobody's fucking perfect. They one think they're better than the other. And here's another thing. And maybe this is a Canadian thing, I don't know, but Linus tries so fucking hard to, like, oh, let's just be friends and all that. No, here's the thing. They are both big channels. And I'm going to say, by the way, I'm going to say a lot of shit here that is true, or not true, but the reality of the world, instead of pampering to egos and stuff, because this is also, again, just like Windows versus Linux, there's a lot of egos going into this. But here's the thing. They can be friendly, they can work together, but they are two big channels trying to capitalize into the tech sphere. Even though they're doing things differently, they are still competing somewhat for the eyes and balls on eyeballs on YouTube. So they are competitors, even though they make two different kind of content, like I just explained, but they are competitors. Linus want, and again, maybe it's a Canadian thing, but Linus is like, oh, let's be friends and we can, you know, mend the bridges and we can work together and stuff like that. And in my humble opinion, from what I've seen businesses done through my fucking 40 plus years on this earth and talking to a lot of people that have businesses on their own, there's one thing that is universal. Businesses is out for themselves. They can be friendly with other businesses, but they are looking out for themselves. Because here's I will set up a scenario here. If LTT got an opportunity, let's say they're really down on luck, if they don't take this opportunity, LTT and the whole Linus Media Group, everything will go under. That opportunity will also help Gamers Nexus. Let's say they also are really, really badly set and stuff like that and may go under if they don't get a break. A true friend, if you really are friendly, would either share that opportunity or pass that opportunity over to your friend. Because you rather want to see your friend succeed than you succeed. That's the whole idea with rising tides, rise all boats. Is that you either share or you do more for others than you do for yourself. I will bet both my healthy testicles, that if that was the case, that both company got the same opportunity, and whichever company took would either grow tenfold or go under, they will both take that for the sake of the company. Gamers Nexus is not going to say, here, Linus, take that. Linus is not going to say, here, take that. Generosity, friendliness, and stuff like that in business is only something that is being done or can be done, in my opinion, when there is room for it. And what do I mean by that? That they both are successful, financially stable, nothing is on the line, then is when you can be charitable. Look at your own life. You are not donating to charity unless you actually can afford to donate to charity. If it comes to snuff that you and your family get foods on the table, or you're going to starve for a week, but your neighbor's getting food on your table, in best case scenarios, you're sharing the food. But most people, most family will keep most for themselves or all for themselves. And that is what both of these are going to do. This whole bullshit that I see on social media and on YouTube with like the new wave of entertainment, if you can call it that, about we are all friends and we should all help each other and all that, it's a massive bullshit. The only reason why Gamers Nexus and Linus Tech Tip and Austin Evans are mingling together with each other, and Jay's 2 cents and all that, is because it's mutually beneficial. Some will, again, because they are stable and they don't have anything to be worried about, would even do that if one is being cancelled or in deep shit and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, they are all in this for themselves. And when I read all of this, especially when I read the Linus response, it just ripped me the wrong way with like, oh, maybe you can make bridges and be friends. Like, you are not bored. You're not going out for a beer, you know. You're not like going out watching movies together 3 times a week, you know. You're not going to slap each other's spot and high-fiving each other, you know. You are, at best, all of these YouTubers you see working together, they are at best friendly colleagues or friendly competitors. Because in the end, when shit hits the fan, Gamers Nexus is out for Gamer Nexus, Linus is out for Linus Tech Tip, Jay's 2 cents is out for Jay's 2 cents. That's how it is. It's a little bit the same, like if... And I see a lot of bosses do this with their employees. They try to be their friend and stuff like that. Trust me, if the company you work for, no matter how fucking sweet and amazing your boss is, if firing you or keeping you means that he has a business tomorrow, he's firing you. He may help you find another job and do a lot of stuff for you, but he will fire you if that means the company goes under or not. And you don't see people talking about this. Like, what I would wish was going on with this whole feud here is that we just disagree. And you know what? It's good content. People love drama. Like, Gamers just like, be like, you know what? I feel like I need to call you out. And it's good content, so I'm doing it. And Linus should just be like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Don't take it personally. Like, they both are taking this way too personal also, by the way. And Linus should do the same. If you feel like he needs to call out Gamers Nexus, call out Gamers Nexus. But be like, we're doing this because... We're not doing this as people against people. We're doing this as a business versus a business. We're doing this as what we think is best for the community, which they both are talking a little bit about in this feud, that they both think that they've done the community wrong, which, if you think that, make videos about it. But right now, I feel like it's 2 fucking girls, you know. Why are you hitting on my boy? No, don't hit on... he's not your boy. He told me he likes me more than you. And, no, he told me you were a bad girl. And it's just... I see 2 girls with, you know... ripping each other's hairs out in a fucking bathroom over a guy. That's what I see when I see all this bullshit here. Just don't take it personally. Understand that it's tribalism, even though Linus saying he wants to get away from that tribalism. It is tribalism, and as friendly as Linus wants to be, and he's probably a super friendly guy. I'm not saying that he's a bad guy, the same with Steve, but in the end, they are competitors to some degree. Even though I said before, they target different audience, they are still competitors about view time. Everyone on YouTube is a competitor. I'm technically a competitor with these guys because I'm also making videos on YouTube. You could have been, if you're watching this video, you could have been watching one of their videos. You probably will after this video. I hope you will. But they are competitors. If they were that friendly, good friends, merge the companies together. Become one. That's like the business equivalent to marry someone, is you're merging together. But they won't. They just won't. And this whole illusion that you as a viewer get that, oh, they are so friendly with each other and they are best pals because they make a lot of videos together. Yeah, no. If making videos with either Linus Tech Tip or Gamers Nexus meant that you will lose all your sponsors and your channel will lose all its subscribers and stuff, that nobody would touch either one of them with a 10-foot pole. They wouldn't. If it's minor drama, minor cancellation stuff, that they will stand by their quote-unquote colleagues or friends a little bit, but not if they meant like, oh, if I support Gamers Nexus, I'm going to lose all my business. Yeah, Linus is not going to do that. Gamers Nexus is not going to do that. Jace2Zen is not going to do that. They may do it personally behind the scenes, but company, publicly, they're not going to do it. And I feel like you all are being served a massive bullshit lie with all of this. Because again, it's two girls fighting over a guy, or it's two kids in a playground, like, my dad is better than your dad kind of scenario we have here. They are both egotistical, crazy people that make content on YouTube, which you have to be a little bit egotistical to do. And they have strong personalities, which you have to make content on YouTube. They both think that they are right, which you have to have. Like, you have to have some form of, like, legitimacy or stubbornness to make videos on YouTube, because if you listen to everyone that criticize you, you will never get anything done. You have to stand your ground. You have to think that what you're doing is the right thing. And, you need to have a little bit of stubbornness, because just from my little channel, either I'm doing everything wrong or I'm doing something right or all things right. You can't make content if you listen to everyone. And if you're bending your back every time someone is saying just one bad thing about you. They just need to grow the fuck up. It's the tech equivalent of watching the Kardashians, this thing. It's just like, did someone do something bad? They both have done bad shit in the past. Should they call each other out for it? Yeah, of course they should. But go to these fucking lengths? Having like offline fights, online fights, addressing it in the van show, addressing it with emails and stuff. My pal over there, Gamers Nexus, my colleague, my co-worker, what you would call it, don't really like something I've done, he has addressed it. Okay. Either I fix it, I as a company and a person fix it or change it, and that's it. Don't just don't stir more shit up. I'm critical about Linux because it makes good content. There's a lot of people that are critical about me. I don't fucking sit there and address every fucking critical comment and every critical video being made by me, because then I would do nothing else. If it's worth listening to, I listen to it. If it's worth, changing, I change accordingly. And that's what most people do. These kind of fucking things here. Oh, I got butthurt, you called me out, or you should have come to me personally. So I'm like, just no. You have a business centered around being a content creator. There's nothing better for a content creator than this kind of shit up here. Calling someone out, being critical about something popular, or having a little bit of drama. People love that fucking shit. Just be honest about it. Just be like, I'm Gamers Nexus, I think you did something wrong. I think I should call you out. And on top of that, it will make a shit ton of fucking views and money for my company. And life should be like, yeah, that's the game that we're in. And the same line should do the same if Gamers Nexus did something fucking wrong. This whole fucking mudslinging back and forth, and then like, let's try and make up and all that fucking shit. No, just stop it. Just stop it. Just get over your fucking self. It's mind-boggling to see grown-ass adult acting like fucking toddlers in a playground. Because here's the thing. On a majority, and again, now we're going back to a little bit with Linux versus Windows. In a majority, Gamers Nexus is not going to win over Linus fans and the other way around. Maybe a few, but not a lot. Just like all the critical shit I do on Linux and other things, and mostly for entertainment purposes, I am not going to convince a fucking hardcore Linux guy to move over to Windows or Mac OS. Just like I'm not going to make a hardcore Mac or Windows guy move over to Linux. You are not changing people's mind. Well, you're not changing the majority of people's minds making online content. All you're doing is entertaining, you're stirring the shit a little bit, you're getting views. In my humble opinion, you should be able to if you want to be co-workers or colleagues in a field, you should be able to work with people that hate you. And people that hate you should be able to work with you. You should be able to work on a project with someone that despises the living shit out of you and do the best job you can without it becoming a shitfest. That's what mature adults do. What I'm seeing here is not mature adults. But sadly enough, a lot of fucking, especially online content creators, they seem to have missed a lot of adulthood, in my opinion, because they get into this young. They don't get the whole work environment feel for as long as they probably should. What I mean by that is they're not getting exposed to conflicts, work conflicts and stuff like that as much as they should. So they have limited exposure to how work culture and working is in the real world, and they do it in an online basis where they basically are fucking guards and they have like fans telling them that they're basically guards and making a lot of money. It is going to fucking build an ego. It is going to build a perception of yourself that is not healthy. Like the perfect world, in my opinion, most YouTubers there should be like an age limit of 35 or something like that to make a YouTube channel. Because then you have life experience, you have work experience. So if you get successful, you're better equipped to handle that success, and you're also better equipped to handle drama and conflicts. Go watch what is the most of the drama and YouTube on YouTube, TikTok. What is most of the drama centered around? It's young people, 30 and younger. Most of it is 30 and younger, slinging mud at each other over meaningless shit. That's what 99% of the drama on the internet is about. It's people under 30 throwing shit at each other over meaningless shit. And this here, to some degree, is meaningless shit. Did someone say some bad shit in a video? Yes. Did someone not mischaracterize something in a video? Yes. Did someone not give the right information or speed something up in a video? Yes. But it's a fucking video. Then you put a post down below or something like that to rectify it. And if they don't, then you can call them out and that's it. This whole bullshit here, I'm tired of seeing big channels end up in mudslinging contest after mudslinging contest because of egos and, in my humble opinion, lack of work-life experience. Not life experience, but work-life experience. Because they get successful too young, their egos get imploded, and it's either hating each other or try this fake friend fucking bullshit that everyone does on YouTube and social media. Every fucking social media influencer, they put this, I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm this company's friend, we are all friends, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, put in, like the Oprah Winfrey kind of thing there. That's what they put out there. That's the pict or the message that they're sending out. No, they are fucking not. As far as I understand, Gamers Nexus live like in one part of the fucking States and Line is all the way up in Canada. They're so far away from each other that long distance relationship will not ever work. You get what I'm coming at here. Kiss and make up. I hear makeup sex is really nice, which is this. Kiss and make up. Or don't take it so personally. Just be like, yeah, I just don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. Let's just be friendly competitors. We don't have to fucking twinkle-linkle-dinkle each other, in bed every night. This is not a fucking unicorn and rainbow world we live in. Anyway, see you all later. Bye-bye.